but another topic that is of some considerable consequence is sea level rise and climate change. And Dr. Sally Brown, Research Fellow in Engineering and the Environment at the University of Southampton in the UK, is with us. The website southampton.ac.uk. And Dr. Brown, welcome to the program.
Thank you. Hello.
Thank you for joining us. What do we need to do? First of all, what are we anticipating in terms of sea level rise around the world?
Okay, first of all, sea level rise is quite a complex science to study, and scientists have a whole range of potential scenarios of sea level rise. They think maybe an upper estimate could be around about 1 meter per century. So I guess in American terms, that's just over 3 foot. But there could be variation. We would expect some parts of the world to see a little bit more sea level rise than that, some parts a little bit less.
Mm-hmm. And what are countries around the world doing to prepare for this?
Very different, really. Many of the developing countries, such as around Europe and certainly in the UK, are very prepared for climate change. So, in terms of sea level rise, they're thinking ahead. They're thinking about how much sea level rise that could be. And so, when they're building new structures on the coast, they're actually trying to factor that into their measurements to make sure that, say, for example, with ports such as the London Gateway, that they make the port high enough for sea level rise over the next century. Other countries aren't doing so much, perhaps because they don't want to, they can't afford to, or they're just not aware of the problem.
So like the United States.
Yes, there's quite a lot of variation.
Yeah. Pardon me, I interrupted you. I'm sorry.
No, that was it.
Okay. So when I guess for an American audience, I mean, for Americans, the big question is if the science is telling us that some really big problems are coming for the tens of millions of people, maybe even over 100 million people who live along our seacoasts on the west and east coast of the United States and the southern coast of the United States. If our science is telling us, hey, you got a really serious problem coming down the road, or even you have right now in your backyard, witness Katrina or Hurricane Sandy, but our politicians who are bought off, in a political system where the Supreme Court allows big transnational corporations to buy politicians. We had when the Republicans were elected to the House of Representatives a year and a half ago, a little more than a year and a half ago, every single freshman Republican denied that climate change even exists, and they denied the basic science. How can a country have a dialogue in that kind of an environment? How do other countries deal with this?
I think it's a very difficult problem to do. Certainly, we need evidence that we see change. And whilst we know that weather happens, climate is over very much more long timescales. So to try and present that evidence is, first of all, very, very difficult. With sea level, we're slightly different, that we do have some evidence that we have tide gauges, which measures the fall and rise of the tide, and has done in many, many places around the world for many decades. So we have evidence, even if climate change isn't the issue, that sea levels actually change anyway, and that generally around the world they are rising. Now, how to get that message across of, maybe we need to do something about this is very, very difficult. And that comes down to individuals or organisations actually saying, I think we need to look at the science, we need to look at sea level rise and think about what the long-term implications are if it is happening or if it isn't happening, and actually think about all the different situations that could occur. So perhaps in a century's time, we don't get caught out.
Yeah, or perhaps even less than a century, it seems.
Perhaps less than a century.
Yeah, who knows? Dr. Sally Brown, Research Fellow in Engineering and the Environment at the University of Southampton. This is a serious issue. Thank you for dropping by and talking with us about it today.
Thank you.
It's been a real pleasure.